Okay, I wanted to share these upgrades that I'm making to my CoCo Ultimate game. And so you can see that I've created a border now. The game takes place in this green area. And unlike P mode 0, unlike color set 0, or I should say this is similar to color set 0, but this is almost like an emerald shade of green, much more appealing than P mode 0 shade of monochrome green, which I can't stand anymore. Even though Tales of Suburbia is immersed in that, that was before I really started playing with this. So if anybody is interested in doing graphics in P mode 1 on a CoCo 1, I would highly recommend exploring screen set 1 as opposed to screen set 0. So we have this emerald background here, and then we have white, okay, and we also have orange. It's almost like a pumpkin orange here, and then we have this this purplish. I think this is it's cayenne. I think. Don't quote me on that. The greenish and I can never remember exactly what these are called. But anyways, so magenta, excuse me. So this is the magenta, this purplish color, and then this would be the cayenne, the special green here. So I really like these colors, and even though we have 4 colors, I think it turned out really nice looking. And we're doing the turn taking thing. I don't have the snake moving right now, but today I had to, and yesterday I started working on this border, and so now we have a play area, and then we have this outside border, and as I said on the bottom here, we have fighter and wizard in the same order that they appear, and then so I'm gonna have the health bars next going on here, and then the wizard spell power and the different items that the fighter gets. Also up here, we're going to have it's going to say CoCo Ultimate here, similar to the way it's the same as on the title screen, and if you don't remember the title screen, I'll run it at the end of this video, but it's just going to say CoCo Ultimate. The CoCo is in cursive, and then the Ultimate is just like a black lettering. So when I make my games, I like to have titles always on the screen, so you know what game you're playing. Tales of Suburbia is the same way, and so is Ghost Saga. Ghost Saga was a while ago, so I believe that had a running title as well in labeled screens. So this is what today I finished up the lettering down here. Yesterday I had done fighter, and I had to reposition the characters so that they were inside the border and assign the codings so that it goes in an order where nothing's interrupted. So I'm getting there with this game. So if we move these characters around a little bit, you can see we can walk like this, and in order to explore, I'm going to have Actually, I still haven't gotten up in there yet. We can go left, down, and right, but we can't go up. Um, you know, uh, exploring is going to be a little tricky because now if you've ever played Ultima, the characters move in a train where we have a leading party character and everyone else in the party follows in a train, but this is not like that. So it's in order to explore, I'm going to have a dedicated function for that, where one character, whichever character is blinking, will be able to navigate around by himself um, to explore, things on the screen. And I can't wait until this game is working because, to tell you the truth, I did not think that. I thought that it was just going to be like, um, peace. I didn't know. What I'm trying to say is I wasn't sure um, if I didn't know if I was just going to leave it on the shelf or I want to make it a working game, and I'm almost there. It's not quite there yet, uh, but it's getting there. And I think it looks really awesome. I don't know about you, but I'm going to shoot a projectile at this snake, and I have to clean up the FC ears next. That would be a good idea. You can hear when I hit the snake. Um, let's run this again. I'm typing ton. It's a little dark in here right now. So once I cycle through the spray, um, what is it called? Sprite workshop. We get to the game, and what I was saying is that I need to stop it from crashing because if the bullet goes outside or the projectile here, whatever you want to call it, it crashes, and the same thing with the snake. Uh, so I have to address a bunch of stuff, and then I'm gonna go to where it might be more than one snake. It could be 1 to 5 snakes, depending on a random number, and you'll have to eliminate all of them. This is going to take a while to do, but I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. I think that this is much better than anything I ever played personally on a color computer. My color computer 2, we didn't have anything like this. The games were not very good, but I have a huge gaming background from Nintendo, especially. The games that I played on there, so I'm modeling my games after the NES so that they look, good. And even some of these are modeled after arcade games. This is going to be a big hit. Hopefully, if I can get it running, working. Didn't get too many comments on the last video. I'm not sure why. I posed a bunch of questions about the CoCo 3 and no one answered, so I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm going to break out of this, and I want to show you the title screen for this. Maybe some people haven't seen it yet. So I need to find the title screen. It's not in the same directory as this game. Because I was just, trying to come up with a concept for this game. So up until this point, it was just staggered around between different ideas. Now I'm piecing all putting all the pieces together here, or at least trying to. So let's that's not in that directory. I can't imagine where it is if it's not in games. Let's see, I have CoCo Ultimate. That is the new CoCo Ultimate. Oh, it was called. It was just called Ultimate. And then I have Ultimate Low Res. Fight boxes, spell menu. So here is the title screen, or the latest version, my last version when I stopped working on it, the title screen. So we're gonna run this, and what I'm missing here is I need to make a I need a folk song. So I mentioned this before to go along with this title screen. So here is your title screen. I think this looks terrific. I used the same color scheme. We have, like a Viking sword right here. That's what this is modeled after. To me, this almost looks like NES. If somebody saw this, they would not say this is a CoCo 1 game at all. This is way beyond that. So we have the fire down here, and the sword. We have our wizard spellbook and our sword. So I have to change his weapon into a sword. Right now it's not a sword, it's something else. That was taken from Rast on Saga. This is the spellbook that the wizard is going to use. So when you first start the game, this is what you're going to see, and we're going to have our folk song, which I had one before, but I forgot to save it or something. So now I have to find another one or make it over again. So this is the CoCo Ultimate. Is gonna be up in that little area that I mentioned before, but it's gonna be much smaller. But it's gonna be the same color scheme. It's gonna look like this. These letters are great. Everything looks good. The only thing I don't like is the U. I want to chop off these rough edges here so the U doesn't look like a horseshoe or whatever this looks like. I want it, if you look closely at these graphics here, they're very detailed graphics, and the U doesn't really conform to that right now, and it needs to be pushed over just a little bit so that we're not right up against this border. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good, and we're gonna take a look at what the wizard's spell menu is. The latest, when I stopped working on it, um, the spell menu. The last version that I saved, and then I'm going to take you through the fight boxes, not the fight box, the health bars. So let's take a look at the wizard spell menu. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna make it say wizard's spell menu. Right now it just says spell menu, but it's gonna say wizard's spell menu, and I have to press shift and down, or just up. Right, I went too far there, but so these are his spells, and you're going to start off with these spells, but you can find more spells, like all the way down to here, minus that little space right there. So we have move mountain, kill, evaporate. So when the wizard wants to cast, he just presses C. As long as he has enough, as long as the wizard has the appropriate amount of casting power, it'll regenerate after a while, but some of these spells will take more spell power than others. Like kill is pretty general, evaporate is pretty general, but maybe like this one, move mountain, that would take like not it, if not all or half of your spell power to cast. And then we're just going to go through this. I'm going to take you into what the health, the health bars are going to look like. Right now I have 4 fighters, but it's going to be wizard and fighter, and this is what it's going to look like. So the health is going to go up and down like it is right now, depending on the hits that you take. And the wizard will have a magic bar for his spells, and the fighter will have little different objects that he picks up or that you find. And you may also have an inventory of other objects that are not listed here. So that's going to be the game. And just to walk back into where we started, let me load this up one more time. So that is all going to tie into this. So from here we can cast spells, and we'll go into that spell inventory. We'll probably also have a general items inventory. Our health bars will be down here, obviously, and that CoCo ultimate will be up here, and that's pretty much it. And you've already seen the title screen. The only thing that's missing is music. I love music in my games, so I think that it'll appear when appropriate, such as after you take out an enemy, there'll be a little jingle or something. There's going to be sound effects and some theme music for the title. That's really all. And if you want to stick around for an extra minute, I want to bring back up. A game that I made way earlier on that I just love, and it's called Ghost Saga. And so I'm gonna load that right now. C load, and I'm using my cassette as usual, and we're gonna run this game. These are all the sprites that it took to make this game. And it's just a short mini game. I was going to take it farther, and I could always take it farther at some future point in time, but this is it. And there's that running letterhead, the running title that I was talking about. I like to put in my games. I'm going to take a swing at them, and I'm going to take another swing. Nope. Got him that time. And this I was using get input for this, and you can see these huge boxes that are around everything. I don't really mind it. I don't understand reverse masking very well, and it's cumbersome nature, so I just avoid it and deal with the boxes. But this is an example of get input, and you can't get past the screen until you take the ghost out. You have to hit him 4 times in a certain spot, otherwise he pushes you back. There's no loss of life here. You have unlimited tries. So I gotta get him one more time. So we're gonna. Nope. Takes a little while. Now, if you notice, this is pretty much the same character I'm using, and there's that jingle. So this is pretty much, and it speeds up once the ghost is off the screen, because it's not processing as much information. But I have them dressed up differently for CoCo Ultimate. So let's go in this house here, and it says the door to your house is locked. So we're gonna go and keep going. Now we're in the graveyard, and the point here is it slows down a lot. Even with this arrow, you have to duck the arrow. So I'm gonna do that right now. And you have to figure out where the key is to your house. And you do that by striking these graves. And or you could go on to the next screen. But you strike these graves until you find the key. And I don't even know where it is. It changes positions. It could be in any one of these graves. So I've tried 2 of them already, and nothing's happening. So there's 5 of these here. It's not there either. I don't know if it's... Thing is, if you get hit by that arrow, it'll knock you back. It's not there either. It must be in the last one. And again, these games, I think they're very high quality for a CoCo one. I didn't play anything as good anywhere near this quality. They were really not very well made, and that's the reason I started this channel and started programming on here, was to show the capability of this computer. And where is the key? You know what? I can't find it. It's not there. It's not there at all. And I forgot. You have to go over to this bridge first. And I was going to extend this game. There was going to be a pine forest after this, and I still could. And a lot of this is based on Ghosts and Goblins, which was a well-known arcade game, and then it turned into an NES port. So we have to talk to this elf, because he won't let us over. There's an elf guarding the bridge. He demands a coin. And if you see, he has his hand out. So I'm going to go back now and check the stones again. And now a key should appear in one of these graves. Trust me, this took a lot of work. This isn't something that you can just do in a day or two. I really put especially figuring out how this arrow is going to move across the screen, and the range that it has for hitting you. It's very the only problem that I have with this game is it always picks random number 4. So, which means the key is always in the 4th stone. And there it is. And I don't know why it always picks random number 4. No matter how many times I run this game, it always picks number 4. And it is random, so it shouldn't be, I'm just going to collect this key. And we get that little jingle, and I'm going back here to the house. Back. So this is, if I run this on a Color Computer 3, it should go a heck of a lot faster. And I think that's why I'm going to search out a CoCo 3 emulator, because I want my games to run faster. You enter your house, search the table. You enter your house, search the table, and find a coin. And at this point, I didn't have the, I had it so that, it was on a timer instead of a second button press. So I changed that in parts of Tales of Suburbia, where you read it and then you press the button when you're done, which is much better than trying to use a timer, because either you have to read it over and over again because it goes by too fast, you know, or you, I don't know. I was just a beginner when I was doing this, so you learn as you go along. So let's duck here and let's go before this arrow comes back. And now the elf, you give the coin to the elf. The elf takes your coin, you may now pass along the bridge. The elf takes your coin, you may pass along the bridge now. So that's it, and you win the game. But I want to make this go farther. Like, there's a pine forest over here, and we keep exploring. But you know, I probably should start a software. What do you call it? A software company or something. But this computer is so outdated, nobody would nobody would buy any of this stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and take care.